Hi, I'm Megan Ainsley.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Catania.
Hi, my name is Sydney Bowers.
Hi, I'm Shelby Butterbaugh, and we're the senior managers of Cliff Bar.
Over the last couple of weeks, it has been brought to our attention that there have been several issues within the company that have caused a noticeable decline in productivity. Some of these include communications between employees and our customers, our company priorities are not aligned, and I think we've just reached a point where we lost our drive to achieve all of Cliff Bar's goals. We realize that these problems call for a change to prevent our numbers from declining even more, and we recall that if things do not change, the outcome will not be good. This is why we've been working very hard lately to find proactive ways to change the direction that the company is headed. With our internal communications being at an all-time low, we have come to find some very surprising numbers that we are determined to fix. In 2017, we had an 80% decrease in the number of employees, leaving us at only 400 employees now. Our revenue also took a major hit, with us only at $500 million in total revenue at the end of 2016. This year, we are only on pace for half of that at $250 million. As the numbers show, if the decline continues, the company is looking at retaining only half of the original 600 employees. Another problem is when looking at Cliff Bar sponsors in the past, it appears that we have lost numerous sponsors due to the ineffectiveness we have portrayed and the lack of communication between our PR team and the event coordinators. In 2016, we were sponsored by the X Games. We signed a deal with them to remain being sponsors of them till 2018, but recently the partnership was pulled due to struggles between the CEO of the X Games and Cliff Bar. This is a huge loss for us because it really helped us do well in the winter. Without any of these sponsorships, the company is unable to generate enough revenue that looks appealing to shareholders and external investors. We have a lot in our hands, but I believe more than anything that this is possible.
We have several solutions that we'd like to discuss here. One of the biggest problems that we face in our company is the communication issue. We have decided that we want to incorporate new innovations to help fix that problem. One of the innovations that we've decided on is the use of intranets, which those are private networks for the company, which means only the company and everyone associated with it is able to access it. These intranets keep everything organized, keep communication flowing, and keep everything in a central location so that way everyone has access whenever they want. This will help with obviously communication and keeping everything organized, and ensures that everything that will get read instead of being accidentally deleted or overlooked, instead of being lost in cyberspace. And now Sydney will discuss the rest of the solutions we've come up with.
As we continued to find problems within Cliff Bar, we discovered that their priorities weren't quite on the right track. A way that we believe would help fix this problem includes implementing team and department meetings. We believe that having these sort of meetings at least twice a month would be most beneficial to us at Cliff Bar. The main point of these meetings should be to help Cliff Bar employees have a better understanding as to what needs to be targeted throughout the week. Approaching a work week without a target leads to employees not understanding what needs to be done. This ends up leading to wasted time, so figuring out what needs to be done for the week, gaining different ideas from each other, and making sure everyone is on the page will be some key benefits of implementing these meetings. Also, changing up the scenery for meetings can help keep them from being boring, whether they be at new lunch locations or even at a park for a picnic to get some fresh air and clear your mind. Another benefit of these meetings would be to help clear the air and ask questions. Having the opportunity to ask a question when the entire department is there means that it will be answered and not put on the back burner. The last problem we discovered within Cliff Bar was the way the workers presented themselves. They act out of line and seem to have no drive or desire to achieve goals. A way that we think would help fix these problems within it would be to implement practice surveys for the employees. If they were to follow through with doing these surveys once a quarter, we believe that this would help Cliff Bar have a better understanding as to where each and every employee stands within the company. Having these surveys would help those who feel as though they do not have a voice in the company. Also, this will give them the opportunity to state what they believe would have fixed, changed, or even how they feel and where they work. These surveys should have the option to state their name or to remain anonymous in case they are uncomfortable.
So now that we've discussed these solutions, we can take a look at how these have helped other companies with their success. One of the first major companies is Starbucks, which has become one of the biggest companies in the world. They talk about how they have established intranets in their company, which has helped discover new ideas and projects that all employees are able to come up with on their own time whenever they want. These projects and ideas are accessible to every employee because of the use of their intranets, which has helped them discover new ideas that can help with their company. Twine, which is another company that specializes in connected hardware, discusses how their business meetings have picked up with the communication issues. The results of their business meetings have increased the team cooperation and has led to the increase of their success in other aspects of the company. With establishing good communication, you are able to increase in every other department in the company, as well as the revenue, which is also very important. Sydney will now discuss more in depth about the next company.
Another company that has benefited from different forms of feedback is Google. They've done so by adapting to the use of surveys twice a year. The surveys they send out ask questions that will see how the employees feel about issues regarding the company. From an article on SurveyMonkey, they explain how Google uses manager surveys to ask questions about the quality of managers' feedback, style, and whether they would recommend them to other Googlers. Another form of surveys that Google sends out includes overall employee experience surveys. These are used to collect overall information regarding the performance of employees.
We recognize that there are always potential issues that may come about when implementing new changes into a company. We recognize that our employees may be resistant to change because it's changing a daily routine that they are used to. We have brainstormed potential issues in order to avoid them as much as possible. Our first potential issue is that our employees believe that this change is only temporary, so why do they need to change in the first place? We will ensure that our solutions are implemented through long-term business activities for the overall goal to finally be achieved. Our current and new employees will also be implementing these solutions to their daily activities so that everyone is using the same techniques. We will ensure this by carrying out these changes day to day. Our second potential issue is that our employees are not fond of the changes because it changes their daily routine and their daily environment. We will ensure that our employees are able to see the benefits, not only for the company, but for themselves as well, so that they are less resistant to the change. Our last potential issue is that not everyone enjoys meetings, so they are likely to associate meetings with being boring or a waste of time. We plan on having our meetings being fully engaged by our employees by changing the times and the locations and the themes of our meetings so that our employees stay engaged. We have chosen these solutions because we believe that these are the solutions that are going to benefit us in the long run and make us the most successful. We do recognize that there's always the chance that our employees will be resistant to these changes and not completely agree on them. As leaders of the company, we will work our hardest to make sure that everyone is on the same page and ensure a smooth transition as we implement these changes. We've constructed these specific solutions based on the issues that our company has recently seen. We recognize that these solutions are only effective if everyone is on board with the same ideas. We believe that our intranet will be useful because it will keep everyone up to date with what's going on and everything that's going on within our company. This will also put everyone on the same page with current events. As we had said previously in the Starbucks example, the intranet is a solution to many problems, and it will help us work on our organization, communication, and the generation of new ideas. Training is also a vital aspect of our solutions, especially with the intranet. We will be addressing each department so they know exactly what their responsibilities are. We will also implement trials on how to report, when to report, and exactly how often we should be reporting to the intranet. We will also have rules and guidelines that we will be following regarding the intranet so that it is used the way it's supposed to be. Our meetings by department show us exactly how our solutions are affecting our company from every angle. We are able to hold individuals accountable for their actions, and we are able to track progress to see how these solutions are affecting us. Our meetings will be flexible as far as time and place, and we will constantly be changing things up to keep our employees engaged. The goal of implementing our survey will be to do the exact same way that Google has. Google is obviously a powerhouse company, and if Cliff Bar can use the results of the survey to improve communication and the environment, we will have quick and reliable access to great feedback.
Over the last couple of weeks, it has been brought to our attention that there have been several issues within the company that have caused a noticeable decline in productivity. Some of these include communications between employees and our customers. Our company priorities are not aligned, and I think we've just reached a point where we lost our drive to achieve all of Cliff Bar's goals. We realize that these problems call for a change to prevent our numbers from declining even more, and we recall that if things do not change, the outcome will not be good. This is why we've been working very hard lately to find proactive ways to change the direction that the company is headed.